Okay, fun. I think we are now live. Start the customary way. Let's pass out some dog treats. Take it. And then I'll get a bag going, and then I'll get some Splatoon going. We've been playing a lot of Splatoon recently. We'll get back to the other kinds of streams in the future as well. We'll get back to good old just smoking weed and hanging out. But been really in a Splatoon mood recently, so that's what we're going to do. Tony, welcome. Good to see you, Tony. First bag will be for you. Always our first one to hang out with us. And always appreciate you being here. Hope you are well. Bag number one is a go. Let's hop into a game. We'll switch over here. Perfect. I'm going to try turning up the game's volume. So if you guys, anybody out there, just keep me up to date on the volume. Make sure it's not going haywire on me. I'd appreciate it. Joe W. and Riri, welcome, guys. Welcome to the two of you. Thanks for hanging out. Glad to see you both again. Here we go. Let's spread some ink. Try not to get ourselves missiled. We're getting skunked. Oh, there's somebody over there. Some fucking around. I'd rather not find out. Oh, that's a squid with a jetpack. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I got this purple. Yeah, well, it's dangerous up there. Almost killed myself running into a grenade. Even more dangerous right there. A bad start so that we can have an impressive finish. Rough. Well, Riri, I wouldn't go so far just yet. Well, that was a dumb place to put that. Also, dumb place to swim up. We're set up for the big finish, Riri. The big finale. We've still got a whole 50 seconds to turn things around. Oh, that's not gonna help. Well, that's free ink for them. And miss. Well, this is a really embarrassing start. Okay. I think this is going to be one of our biggest losses yet. Which means, guys, it's only going to get better from here. You start at the bottom and you work your way to the top. Just like Sisyphus does. This is going to be a true Sisyphean How do you say that? It's going to be like that. It's going to be effort in service of results, guaranteed. Just like Sisyphus. Let's just pause there and say that was bad. I accidentally hit keep going, and if you hit A in that moment, there's no way to back out. So we're not gonna take a moment and reassess. We're gonna try to get into the bag filled before this round starts, though. It was, you know, it was a fluke. It was a fluke. We got this. And look, that's a great sign. Because we wanted out of that lobby anyways. Perfect. Alright, we've got our second bag here. We are really ready for success. Let's get out there. And make some results. Well, right before I started streaming, and I think this is some real restraint on my part, my iPhone just arrived, my brand new iPhone, which, you know, I feel like you should be able to just play with as soon as you get. I have not had a new phone since the last new phone I got was a 7, which is numerically half of what they are at now. I've always just took my wife's scraps whenever she upgraded. So I'm super excited to play with the new fancy phone. Went with one of those Pro Maxes. I'm excited to live on this dynamic island. I love new tech toys and usually try to race out to get them, but in the past forever, 5 or 6 years or so, cell phones, I just, for whatever reason, the tech thing you use without a doubt the most in your life is the one that I sort of been most loath to upgrade, but made up for it today. You can see how excited I am by playing Splatoon. Wow, you would have really had to have tried to miss all those people with the bazooka. Oh wait, I don't need to go there. Look at all this delicious paint at our home base still to be spread about. Let's do it. No need to mix it up out there when I got all this delicious stuff to spread. Cool, homie. We don't have to mess around. You go your way, I'll go mine. Oh, I did get them? Fuck that thing. Nice. I can't believe I killed that dude. I feel kind of bad. Well, not looking good for poor Blue at this point. Kind of the... Should have won up in last game. Reamer's won up a fat one with us. Nice, man. Hope you enjoy it. What strain are you smoking on? Everybody loves to know. If you don't mind to share. I'm finishing up my Girl Scout cookies here, but go to the dispensary this weekend, restock on something. Go for the stamp, man. Well, that went well, I think. I'm gonna be very surprised if, yeah, that's a win. That was closer than I would have thought. There was only 3 percentage points difference. I would have guessed way more. Shows how bad my spatial awareness is. Awesome, guys, we did it. Keep rolling. How do we do again? Not bad. Didn't kill a lot of people, but really spread some pain. Two bags in. We're playing with Bob the Hollow. Nothing could go wrong. Oh shit! Could have just kept running. Or sliding. Oh shit, it's hell up there. Madness lies that way. Traded. Better than I've been doing. Well, we seem to be more or less camping them at their base. Let's go back and make sure we've got all our spots covered in case they turn it around on us. Those things usually happen when you get cocky. Lasers! I think pretty safe to say we're gonna have 2 victories in a row here. For blue, man. I've been on the losing end of teams like this. It's not a fun experience. Well, let's see how they did. Not great. Not great. Way to go, Bob the Hobo. We are just moving on up. Some new abilities unlocked. Our gear's getting slicker by the moment. It's all great. Another round. The Zelda fan carried the game. Carl says, do you think there are any house painters that like playing this game? Welcome, Carl. Good to see you again, man. And what an excellent question, Carl. I assume that there must be. But your question brings up something I've always been curious in, which is, you know, we live in a world of many very both myriad in topic and scope, or I don't even know which. Every career that seems to have something physical attached to it, or something repetitive, or now has a faithful video game simulator. And do the people that have those careers enjoy playing those simulators as well, or do they hate the idea of spending their leisure time doing something that they, you know, get paid for? Let's take power washing simulator. That's the big one right now. Do people who, you know, power wash for a living enjoy playing power wash simulator when they get home? My suspicion is I doubt it, but I could totally find the opposite. I would totally believe the opposite is true as well. That, you know, they are overrepresented in the number of people who play it. But, oh, wow. Okay, we're now getting our asses handed to them. We've had our time winning here. This is a place I'm more comfortable with. Yes. Too much pressure. Do any long-haul truckers play any of the many long-haul trucking simulators? The Master, that's a bad place, dog. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, Zelda. Nice grenade spot. Eliad. Merrick, welcome back. I think Merrick. I think that's right. Welcome back, man. Good to hang out with you again. How are you doing today? Oh, that's a crab tank. Got too far behind enemy lines. Just ignore me. I'm not over here doing anything of consequence or note. Damn. I was hoping, you know, I'd get some teammates spawning to me and we'd make this last second push where they wouldn't notice and it'd be like this heroic story. Somebody last stream, of course, mentioned the last time I was trying to say our game was going to be a sports movie, but then not one of the sports movies where the team actually wins in the end, one of those rare sports movies where the team loses at the end and then it's all about, holy bejesus. You know, it's actually a whole thing, not about competition, but more a meditation on loss and regret and what it is to, you know, dream for something and not achieve it. That's what our games are like. And of course, I was trying to think of all of those movies, the sports movies where the heroes fail, the team fails. And the best I came up with was Friday Night Lights, the movie. And that's what I was signing off. And somebody's like, Rocky, you dummy. And then I was like, yeah, I wish I was still on so I could say, you were so right. I died 7 times. Much like Rocky in the movie Rocky. Let's take a break here. Let's do a nice... You know what? Let's just turn on the mini nail. Switch over here and do a dab for our friend on Twitch, which, by the way, guys, if you don't know, I am on Twitch as well. Same name. If you prefer to hang out there, please do. Like our friend Murik here. I'm going to wait for that email to heat up, and then we'll do a dab for him. In the meantime, I guess I could do go ahead and put another bag on, but we'll just, you know what, we'll just wait for the dab. I don't need to get obliterated high this quickly. We'll wait just an appropriate moment, however long that is. And however long that is the appropriate amount of time it takes to heat up, which is a third of the way there. I have my beloved volcano, which is the thing we do most here. It's one flaw, I believe. It's one great flaw. An otherwise perfect flower vaporizer is it does take a very long time to heat up, but I've heard the most recent incarnation of volcano, and they don't change it very often. It's hasn't been updated very frequently because it's a hell of a piece of engineering. 7 years old, I think. Is that it does take a long time to heat up, but the new one heats up, I think they say, to like 400 degrees in a minute, which is probably 5 times faster than this one. So you always need to keep this bad boy preheated. Carl asks what I'm drinking. Well, this is Red Brisk. Red is the second best brisk flavor. This is a topic we have often. Pink is obviously the most superior of all the brisk colors. Red is a far inferior second, but sometimes the pink is sold out, and you got to go with a different chemical cleaner-esque color. And when I'm out of brisk pink, and then I don't have any Fabuloso left under the kitchen sink to drink, I go with brisk red. It's a juice drink. I don't advise you to drink those. They're no better for you than soda. I try not to drink much soda, but again, those aren't much better for you. Mostly because I try to stay away from caffeine when I can. Although I think those probably do have some caffeine. Anyways, we are now to our dab temperature. Murik, I hope you're still out there hanging out with us. If so, this dab's for you. And then we'll get right back to some Splatoon. Still working my way through this rosin here. Cool beats. Let's spread some ink. And as a consummate professional, I will, of course, remember to swap back to the right place on stream. Let's buy something. Use that fast cast. I don't know what any of this does. Some ability chunks. Nice. You know I love my ability chunks. Always clamoring for them chunks. Terry Blunt. Welcome, Terry Blount or Blunt. Well, thank you, Terry. Yes, it is a sick Viking hat, is it not? I spent a lot of fake internet bucks for it. Splatoon bucks, like 10,000 of them. I guess I shouldn't say this because somebody who wants to find me out could use this to narrow it down who I am. But I was raised in a Blount County, a county in East Tennessee. And even then, I was never sure how to say or pronounce it, because the guy had it's named for poo-poo feces. William Blount, the first, or William Blount, heard many ways, first territorial governor of Tennessee. No, the first real governor? Yeah, the first real governor, I think. The first territorial governor was Sam Houston, the guy who was president of Texas when Texas was a republic, I think. Do I have all that history right? Close to where I grew up, there was a schoolhouse that Sam Houston taught at, was the schoolmaster at for a while, before that whole Alamo shit, which, you know, I've forgotten all about. Riri is smoking some OG Kush. No hate or no hesitation. No hesitation. You answered at the perfect time, Riri. Take your time. No rush. We just appreciate you hanging out. I hope you're enjoying this Splatoon. Looking at those pretty colors. We're playing with Boucher and against Jags. When I saw the name Boucher spelled for the first time, as in like the French, you know, like Bobby Boucher from Waterboy, it was very surprising. I was like, what is this name I'm saying? And then when it was revealed to me, I was like, oh, right. Those crazy French. And their crazy spellings. It isn't spelled like B-O-O-S-H-A-Y. Boucher. Bobby Boucher. Oh shit, I need to get the fudge out of there. And into the water. Oh, and I had my special. I could have been Trizuki and like mad. But I wasn't. And buttholes. Ooh, this is a close one. I need to get my, you know, help out here. Uh-oh. Mac, help us! Thank you, Mac. I got one. I'm coming to you again, Mac. Help us! You're our hero. Mac, 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 Mac. Suck it, Jags! Well, I feel like... Ooh, this is gonna be close. Shambles! Welcome back, Shambles! So good to hang out with you again. Happy to have you back. He says, yo, what's happening, peeps? Hope everyone is having a good day. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate the good vibes, too. And Riri says that OG is his favorite strain by far. And he wishes he had the options we have out here in Southern California. It's rare to have more than a few strains floating around. Well, I can empathize a little bit. As I was saying, I lived in East Tennessee for many, 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 many years. It was for the majority of my time. Well, not the majority of my weed smoking time, but I only consumed weed when I was in East Tennessee for a couple of years before I moved out here. But when I did consume weed out there, it was one strain, whatever the guy had. So yeah, it's especially if you are very particular or heavily prefer indica or sativa, you know, that is one of the many, many, many bummers of living in a still illegal state. But I'm glad that you have your OG now, man. That's super cool to hear. Hopefully your hookup will consistently have some OG for you. Oh man, we're gonna have to smoke. We just killed a fatty, and we didn't even smoke it. You know, I literally forgot to see if we won that last round. I wasn't paying attention at all. Sorry, Jags. Jags off. Well, that's one way to handle it. Goodbye, rubies. Sapphires. BVD, welcome back. Good to see you, BVD. Hope all is well with you today. We got this blue team. Nice. Ruby. What a precious gem. Ruby. More like diamond. More like talcum, the softest mineral there is. And that's the end of my geology references, guys. That's it. You've hit the limits of my geology knowledge. And it didn't take long. Well, shit on a shingle. That's a terrible time to have a wipeout. Just dreadful. BVD says getting payback on Ruby. Not as much as she got on me, but it's still... Oh, that's closer than I thought, but I think Orange still has this. Yeah. That last wipeout really put the kibosh on our plans. Ooh, I hope that is not a awful slur that I didn't realize. You know, the older I get, the more I realize so much of the sort of... Let's take a break here. We'll grab another bag. Many of the idioms and words that I don't really understand the roots of or heard very colloquially. Boy, I'm hyped. growing up, you know, have racist connotations. So I have no idea if you know, kibosh is some awful slur. But boy, I wouldn't be surprised. And if so, I apologize, and I'll put the kibosh on saying kibosh. Anyways, I promised a bag. Let's go do that. BVD. Let's do this one for you. Long time watcher. Super appreciate you being here. We'll get back to the Splatoon and the ink-soaked madness. Okay. Oh, speaking of biographical information that if used you know, without a whole lot of additional effort could be, you know, used to find my real name if somebody felt so industrious. I kept forgetting. I don't think I've ever mentioned it because I was doing a lot when it came out. I know I talked about it as it was happening a couple of years ago now. I finally got in the book that I was interviewed for came out earlier this year. I mean, I am not in the book for more than a very small portion, but the excellent. Do I have the book? I'll pull it out after this. Truly one of my favorite pieces of nonfiction writing about mathematics, a book called Weapons of Math Destruction by one Kathy O'Neill. Book that I surely must have cherried on top at some point in the past. Recommended to many people for years. Had a chance to be interviewed for her next book, a book called The Shame Machine, and I'm in there. I should have more to say about it, maybe after this game, possibly. Shit! Killed by the Grizz. Oh, that was dumb. I went right into that. Take it down. Oh, I got 3 there. That was super. That makes up for all of the games where I got 0. That poor guy got wrecked. Oh, that's gotta feel bad, Mario. That's gotta feel real bad. Got a Trizuka bro over here. Got a feeling they've been at our base while we've been at theirs. We've just been trading spots. That was good. Oh, that is not... Whew. Thought we had that more clearly. Yeah, the book is called The Shame Machine by, again, mathematician Kathy O'Neill. You should also check out Weapons of Math Destruction, a excellent book about mathematical algorithms being used to rule our lives in all of these invisible ways and all of these different not just in the tech world, but in the criminal justice world, and the well, really in every facet in your life. For follow-up, the book is called The Shame Machine, which is taking a look at the feeling of shame, and how that feeling is used mostly perniciously, wielded by some people to control others. It's excellent. And as I said, I have just a tiny little bit in there. And so you can, you know, maybe guess. I think they're all probably interviewed, you know, 100 people for the book. But it was a lot of fun, and again, totally suggest you check it out. Well, that's a bummer. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I forgot to check to see if we won that last game before that one. Yeah. Yeah, we did. $23 is higher than 21. We're finally on an upward trajectory. In no time at all, we're going to be Splatoon gods. There was one time it was, I think the number was 3 wins and like 28 losses. Those numbers were up. I'm not proud of those days, but, you know, I'm not trying to hide from them either. And those days were called 1 week ago. Battle Pass! Oh no, I just got splattered by Pikachu with a Splatter Shot Pro. Well, so far, Yellow's eating our lunch. That's a sick trick, Pikachu. Man, they have a strategy. Behind you, Merlin! Yikes! Let's see, we gotta figure out some way of taking them down from their Tower of Terror. Well, it's not gonna be there! That's not gonna be the strategy. Maybe it won't be so dominant now that there's all this... Oh shit, look how much yellow's in our base. It won't be so dominant now that there's all this extra real estate to spread around on. Guess we'll just have to find out. What a wizard. What a wizard. Riri says that you're reading her book right now. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. How did you hear of Miss Kathy O'Neill, and which book are you reading? The Shame Machine or Weapons of Math Destruction? Well, I have a feeling that yellow's gonna... Oof. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Well, that's no surprise seeing Pikachu there, number one. They yawning at their success. These squid kids are so sassy. My hair is fucking with my fake green screen technology. I can see it's causing it to go a little haywire. All right, let's keep going. Wait, that's dumb. You don't want to be... Well, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll be on Pikachu's team. How many times did Pikachu kill me alone? Ah, Riri, I'm sorry, yes. My bad. I totally misunderstood you. But glad to hear you picked him up. I sincerely hope and expect that you'll enjoy them if they sound any interesting, compelling to you at all. Thanks, BVD. We are certainly gonna need it. Unless Pikachu's on our team, then we've got all the luck we could ever need. And a cute little yellow electric rat. I mean, if they're going to leave their base all undefended and everything, I don't mind coming in. Redecorate a little bit, you know? Just let them know I've been here. Well, I'm guessing if half our team's here, then they're going to be over in our base. Or not. Look at all this fresh virginal territory to paint here. I don't mind if I do. Oh, we got this, blue team. Maybe. A large percent of us did just die. A weak Beautiful. I'm coming to you, Daisy Dukes. Chef's kiss. Ooh. Nothing to worry about. Wow, those were some very, very high numbers of total. I think we were both over 1,000. I'm not sure where that final number comes from. It does not seem to be an average of all of your team's numbers, where it gives you your team's total score from. Let's do let's play till we lose here, and then we'll do a nice dab break after that. Holy hell. Yeah, 1416 versus 1168. And again, I'm not sure where the number 1416 comes from. None of us had that many points, and then certainly cumulatively we did not come close to that number. Well, I'm hoping our team's having a lot of success, because they haven't been back to the home base yet, really. Shit, that has some range on that gun. Bye, Daisy Dukes. Buttholes. Ooh. Getting rolled on right now. Oh, almost got 3 of them. Agent Rook. That would have been helpful. I'm coming, Snake. That's gotta hurt, VTuber fan. I felt like a comeback, but just a mirage. Unless this is Friday Night Lights 2. It's Friday again, motherfuckers. Or Rocky 25 or whatever number they are. Oh wait, both of those movies I listed again, of course, one's where the team loses. Every other sports movie. This is Rudy. We are Rudy. Friday Night Lights. I'm Rocky. Dr. Chill! Welcome, Dr. Chill says, yo, brother, have you ever tried weed from the UK? Mad love from England. Well, Dr. Chill, thanks for hanging out with us. We have a shocking, surprising, but I love it, number of fans from the UK, spread all out from the UK. many fans from Scotland and Ireland. Not that, of course, Ireland is not in the UK, but some Northern Ireland fans. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I love our UK folks coming and hanging out with us. And I've never tried any. Damn it! I hit continue again. It's an easy one not to mess up. But Nintendo, why can't I back out right? I mean, come on. But I've never tried any weed from the United Kingdom, and as far as I know, it seems very unlikely it would have made it out my way. Having to cross that big old Pacific and all. And from what I understand, Dr. Chill, and please let me know if this does not seem to be the case, but at least pop culture has kind of conditioned me to believe that the majority of weed smoked in the UK, maybe England specifically, is it's usually spliffs, usually a tobacco, marijuana blend. Is that true? Do you smoke a lot of spliffs, or is that overblown as a conception? And I also hope you and your fellow countrymen are doing okay. God save the Queen and all of that. Dr. Chill says there's a, the bud is not as good as compared to what we have over here. That is in no way, shape, or form surprising. I mean, we have literal, botanists, chemical science, chemists, food scientists, any number of careers, scientific careers that are made around the weed now. So, the fact that we have some strong, wild stuff here in an area, especially California, that's had a proud history of growing for years and years.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Well, thanks so much,
Respect
Dr. Chill. That's so kind and cool of you, man. I really super appreciate that. Dr. Chill, and I hate to keep pestering you with questions, but I love to talk to you some more while you're here. What is it like to be in a country, and I'm not asking this facetiously at all, genuinely curious, what is it like to be in a country that is in straight up mourning? What is it like to have had that presence in your life for years and years and years? I mean, I assume, of course, almost, it would be very shocking if not your entire life, obviously, and then for that sort of presence just to be up and gone, despite what one's feelings for royalty and the monarch specifically may be. I'm just curious what it's like in your country right now. Oh my God, we lost by 0.1. Amazing. If I had just turned 1 degree more, 1 arc more in one direction, probably would have pulled through, but not meant to be. Well, let's hit stop here for now. We'll come back in just a moment. let's do a nice little dab for our friend Dr. Chill. Thank you again so much, man. I really appreciate it. And let me switch over cameras. Consummate professional. There we go. That's twice now I've seen it go down to a 0.1. First time it was in my favor, so I guess I can't be too upset. What is 0.1%? I said, I just earned this much. That would be 0.1%. I wondered what truly 0.1% of that map looks like in practice. What is that area that they have no payment ours? Anyways, thank you again, Dr. Chill. Cheers. This dab's for you. Tom A, welcome back, Tom. Good to see you again, my friend. You've just missed a real heartbreaker, a loss by 0.01% or 0.1%. It doesn't go 0.1. Enough to still go. No. Dr. Chills says in regards to the question about how it feels to be in his country right now, which is a weird question to ask. I understand on my part, says that doesn't have much an effect on him, but the older generation seems to be way more affected by good old Elizabeth's, I was going to say sudden death, but that's not true. I guess long incoming. That's very morbid. And glad to hear that's your perspective on it, by the way, Dr. Chill. I said, no, thank you. I'm not going to be shot with missiles. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. Actually, I just straight up fucked up and swam right into the water. But I'd prefer to be righteously indignant about it. And act like it was a choice. Oh, dude, oh shit! I forgot to switch back over. I'm not the consummate professional. Not the consummate professional. So close. I've done it like 3 times successfully, but we're on our second dab here. You guys, you'd be expecting miracles. One Pump Chump! Welcome, One Pump Chump! What a fun name. And it happens to all of us. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'd prefer to think of you as the One Pump Champ, but it doesn't have the same delightful rhyming scheme. Splat Doolied. You got this, DJ Octavio. You're gonna save us all, DJ Octavio! Agent 8, you're our hope. Oh, fart.
I'm gonna bounce now, bro. Was green.
Pleasure's all mine, Dr. Chill. Pleasure was all mine. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Super appreciate it, and hope to see you again in the future. Ah, looks like we do have some fans of UK Weed here, which is cool. Some cheese strains from the UK. Well, thanks, One Pump Champ. Ah, our champ says that he loves some cheese as well, and that mango haze in particular. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure. All right, we got this. I'm going to take from Pikachu's advice and get up on the high ground here. See why you liked it, Pikachu. The power, it's intoxicating. No! Oh, butternut squash. Butternut squash. I really sensed a victory on that one. I was lording up there. Well, but. Ooh, Tom A and Champ both vibing heavily over Mango Haze. Mango, conceptually, nice pairing with weed too. You know, it's has its unproven ability to enhance one's high. Science is out on that one, but it's a fun thematic pairing as a strain too. And of course, mango flavored things are delicious right off the bat. That took a while. Thanks for the help, teammate. You definitely saved my life. I was going to blow that one for sure. Oh, I got my special. What am I doing? By Bean Blossom. Not good. Early enough that we can totally come back from this. So. Okay, this is a good start. This is the way to make a comeback. Less optimistic. Oh, this is bad. That's unexpected. Hopefully can be capitalized on. But you got this, Alfurious. Oh shit. Bad place to be, bad place to be. And not the time to wipe out for sure. My 6. Forgot to check my 6. Well, thanks, champ. I super appreciate it. Oh, Tamia Sanders, welcome back. Happy to see you again. Hope all is well with you. Hope you're having more luck in Splatoon. Thanks for stopping by. Tom asks, have you ever had a grapefruit haze? Or he asked that of Champ, since it's one of his favorite sativa strains. Also never tried it myself. One Pump Champ says, I have a weed strain once called Yoda. It was amazing. Such a head high, and he's never seen it again. Curious, Champ, where you live, if you live in a state or country with legal weed or not. Definitely seen a lot of strains named Yoda out here. But of course, unfortunately, even if you do happen to find Yoda again, it might not be the same Yoda you tried before. A lot of people with a lot of naming conventions, and even outside of the many problems weed has in getting its brand recognition stuff started because of federal copyright laws, I'm gonna guess Disney's gonna prevent a strain of weed from being called Yoda in any official way. Excuse me, something just fell down in my house, and I need to go see what that was. Weird. I'm sorry, team. I probably got booted for inactivity. We didn't find it. There was definitely, I just heard something loud falling and crashing coming from my place, but didn't see the culprit on cursory glance. So we'll find out what it is later, and hopefully, whatever it is that I'm not taking care of this moment, we can wait. Anyways, Grovel, welcome back, Grovel. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us here. I did do that. I'm sorry, game. And I'm sorry, teammates. I really screwed my teammates there. But hopefully whatever it was that fell, wasn't too... Did sound like glass. It'll be okay. Champ is from the UK, so you got it from a dealer. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Welcome, by the way. I'm glad you're here, too. We just had another guy hanging out with us, Dr. Chill from the UK as well. And yes, totally concur with whoever said that the UK needs to get on board with legalization efforts, not to single them out. Of course, practically every country does. And I'm not just talking about decriminalization, but, you know, supporting some kind of market, a reasonable weed market, taxed, kept out of the reach of small kids. Not me that time. All that great stuff. But, I assume, and not to be so, Amerocentric, but, whenever America gets around to finally legalizing it in a federal way, my guess is you will see a lot of other countries make similar decisions very rapidly. Very, very rapidly. Grovel, Nintendo Online it's a joke that they charge money for it. It's shocking how little infrastructure there is, and that how much that and what little infrastructure that does exist, how awful it fails and leads to stupid stuff like that. Again, it is not to the game's credit that it's like you can now play with friends. It is kind of just a shame on Nintendo that they never bothered updating Splatoon 2 for something that was clearly possible, and obviously people saw the benefit in. Nintendo, I love and hate you, man. The Mario soccer game is, I don't know if I bitched about it earlier, that came out earlier this summer, is the most dreadful $60 packaged video game I have purchased probably ever. The game is totally fine and functional. It's quite fun to play, the Mario soccer game. But as for what's inside of that package, it's insulting that Nintendo charged full price for a release that is. To call it bare bones would be insulting, skeletons, because they seem more robust than the, 4 stages, which are just palette swaps and, 10 characters. And that's pretty much, there's no single player at all. There's no tournament mode. It's just, exhibition or online game. Play from 4 different stages that are the exact same, and you're gonna pay $60 for it, and you're gonna love it. I did not. Ooh, not good. I'm getting sloppy here. We got this. Toss. I'm gonna do you right. Toss a noob. I really beat that one up. Oh man, thank God for my teammates. They are kicking butthole out here. Sorry, Tiger Steve. It's a whole new game now. I think we might have come and turned this around. Yes, Bravo, of course. I would love for you to join us. Oh, you know what, Bravo? Actually, if you want to go ahead and get in a game, I will join your lobby, and I'll use this opportunity to do some weed breaks while we're waiting for me to get in your lobby, if that's cool with you. So I need to hit stop this time. Cool. Great job, blue team. Thanks for carrying me. My bad. So I'm going to do this. And then as soon as Grovel's ready, we'll join him. And then hopefully we'll have some time to do some weed. Catch up on chat. Chip says that while weed is, of course, still illegal there, they are pretty tolerant of it and not going to hassle you for it much unless you are carrying vast, vast quantities. Champ, do you know where the weed in UK mostly comes from? Is it homegrown stuff, like grown in, grow houses somewhere in the UK, or is there somewhere in the EU or close by that you guys import all of your weed from? Because I would imagine largely weed is not a lot of opportunities for outdoor grows in England. Of course, you could always, grow whatever in your basement, but I assume, though, a heavy majority of it is imported from somewhere. Oh, right. Drop-in's okay. Perfect. Dropping in. Fingers crossed. Beautiful. We've got ourselves 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go do our third and final dab. Got one more bag we can do before we wrap up, but let's go do one more dab. Make this these next couple of games extra interesting. Oh, switch camera. I'm a professional, remember? Look. Now the switching back's going to be the tricky part. Here we go. Bravo, Tom. This one's for you guys. Let's see for just a second. Give that a nice clean out. Beautiful. Cheers right back to you. One pump. And look. I even remember to switch over. Tom says, even here in America, one state might allow you to carry 3 ounces, and that same 3 ounces in another state, like Idaho, will send you to prison for years. It's goofy. Yes, Tom A. You have put your finger precisely on one of the 5 biggest problems with the U.S. Justice Department, certainly in the top 5, and that is insane disparities in sentencing, and not even just disparities in sentencing, but things that are considered utterly criminal in one state being not at all a crime, if not even actively encouraged in another. and how any random citizen is ever supposed to keep track or know all of these things. No idea. And what's wild is that it was known for a long time how awful sentencing was, and how unjust it was, and how much power and leeway judges had in sentencing things. So in the 70s, they fixed it by, of course, instituting sentencing guidelines. Oh, I have to hit A to be ready. My bad. And that only made the problem worse. Believe it or not, we tried to fix something in our justice system, and we half-assed it, so we made the problem even worse. When we said, judges, you have to put people in prison from this band of time for these types of crimes, all we did was made all prison sentences longer, and the incentives for locking people up greater. And yeah, it's just not great. And it is, I don't have to explain to anybody the injustice of the idea that having weed in one area, but yet being, say, 10 feet across a state line, that same substance can put you in prison for years. It is absolutely, totally indefensible. There is no reason, or nobody can ever convince me of a logical or ethical reason that could be or should be true. If you want to, well, I won't even try to make the argument for them, because it would be doing just that. And nobody really needs to play devil's advocate for assholes. You know, they'll make the argument themselves. And often you give them ideas. That dart thing is so cool. Nice. Oh, there's that dart! Shit, there's some good territory back at our own base. There's a lot of good stuff over here at purple, too. And if you are going to be, all things being equal, it is always better to paint over purple than neutral territory. Of course, it's rarely that simple, but in that case, all things were equal. This is going to be close, because we don't... What am I talking about? Tom A. Sets up a scenario where in New York, New York's laws would put you away for life in other states, which is, again, positively ridiculous. And we don't even need to talk about any of the other factors that would go into making it much more likely that you would get life for having weed on you, which are, I am very unlikely to go to prison, even when I was living in East Tennessee and consuming weed. It is an unfortunate truth that I would be very unlikely to have actually served prison for having weed on me. Just because they, would take it quite easy on me, some dumb white kid, but that privilege was not bestowed upon most people who lived in, or not most, whatever our minority population was. Certainly not majority, right? And Tom, you this is another excellent thing that your factoid brings up. This is all the more reason that it is frankly a little appalling that the Biden administration has not yet made any big moves to declassify weed as a Schedule 1 substance, let alone, sort of federal legalization effort or whatever. There's just really, it doesn't make sense to me why they haven't done it. Maybe they're saving it for some big midterms thing, like in late October, Biden's going to be like, and guess what, assholes? You keep vote for the Democrats this time, and we will give you all the weed you can smoke federally. Don't forget about us. We hold that power. I mean, I hope so. I hope that's going to be the case, but I seriously doubt it. I do not understand it. Why there has been no action on something that is as universally popular as weed legalization. Just, it would be such an easy political win for a guy who until very recently was bereft of a lot of them. Through his, whether his fault or not. I think it's even easy to. It's so easy to take for granted how universally popular weed legalization is. Unlike practically any other major political topic, it is just. I don't know what the exact number is, and of course every poll would be slightly different, but hovers around like 65% for some kind of like federal legalization effort. That is so much higher than any other particular, large issue that is routinely pulled on. So just do it. So that you don't have the ability for states like Idaho to at least easily lock people up for many years for doing something that their neighbors can do freely, and it would be. I live in a weird place to talk about weed legalization because it's just so unrepresentative of the rest of the country in many ways, but I cannot describe to probably people who it's probably impossible to perceive, unless you live here for some time, how utterly not a deal it is. Like, it is never even thought about by people anymore. There's no more pearl clutching here. There's no more like, well, it's just totally evaporated. All of the old canards about why weed should be legal, it's just gone. Maybe even, to our state's detriment, we've embraced it too much. Possibly, who knows? But I'm not actually making that argument. But what I'm saying is, like, the idea that somewhere in this own country, or this same United States, there are people that would see it still as something to lock people up for many years for doing, something that you see grandma doing all the time here, is just, it is true insanity. Ooh, nice. That was 3 poor greenies. Tom, I just saw briefly in chat, I just took a brief glimpse, and you said you've seen 80-year-olds smoking weed. I live at a dispensary, or the closest dispensary to me is in a pretty frou-frou neighborhood, and every time I'm in there, I am not shitting you at all, the average age of clientele is over 60, or the median age. No, both. I would say are over 60 at this dispensary. These are, many of the people in there are people who 15 years ago would have said you should put people in prison, if not as, harshly as they do in Idaho. At least many of these people would have said, yes, people who smoke weed deserve to go to prison. The people who, buy pot from drug dealers deserve to go to prison. So many of those people now are buying pot every Friday night. And the shitty part is most of them, kind of don't realize that they were ever at a shitty attitude towards something all along. If you would have asked them, they would believe, I think, that they were always for weed legalization. They have some real revisionist history about their own. Because many people, especially ones who have very strong anti-drug feelings. Ooh, that's a real big communication error. That's a kick out of not just the lobby. Oh, wait, no, just right here. Not bad. But yeah, many people who had very, very strong anti-drug views that now consume weed would lie to your face about their one-time very strong beliefs, because it's embarrassing. And there's a lot of cognitive dissonance is easy. Like, it's easy to be like, oh, no, I never believed those things. But expect, plenty of that and whenever your area becomes legal. And once they try it, they will have never been for prohibition. Let's see if we can join Grovel again. Oh, but I didn't mean to. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm so sorry if I lost it for you there, Grovel, too. I have no idea what happened. I got kicked, but not in the normal fashion. I got an actual Nintendo "you've been kicked" error. Well, that means we can do our, well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Bravo, I'll use this opportunity to go ahead and bounce from here. I'm going to switch over camera, and I'm going to do one last bag live hanging out with you guys. Somebody. My bad, Grovel. Sorry, dude. Nintendo Online, as we said. Tom said New York had a horrible law for years that said if you got caught with weed and arrested, you could never get student loans for college. Think about that. Wow, Tom, I had never heard that law, and that is reprehensible. I mean, that's vile. So Tom, I can think about the feedback loop in my own head. So who are the people most likely to get picked up for weed violations when they're young? Again, it's not people like me. And then who are also the same people most likely needing financial aid or student loans to go to college, where they are already, disadvantaged in many ways beyond the financial one? Well, it certainly wasn't somebody who looks like me. That's reprehensible. I had never heard that before. Wow. And just like shooting yourself in the foot as a matter of legislation, why do states and governments insist on doing things that are going to make their populace, force them into lives? I mean, if you take away somebody's ability to get student loans for having a weed conviction, how likely is it that that person is going to eventually commit another crime that they will have to go to jail for? I can't think of anything worse for your recidivism rate than preventing people who go to college or from going to prison with weed charges from erecting an obstacle to going to college. That's just like a recipe for saying to people, yeah, keep criming. Because, we're going to we're going to spike every other opportunity for you. So just keep doing what you were doing. We'll see you back here in a couple of months if you're dumb, couple of years if you're lucky. Stupid. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know about that, Tom. That is just preposterously dumb. I'm going to use this as an opportunity, guys, to take a break. It has been a wonderful, awesome stream, hanging out, playing Splatoon with everybody. Grovel, thanks for playing with me. Apologies for getting kicked there. I've got a new iPhone here that I'm going to go mess around with. Looking forward to that. And you guys have a wonderful day. And I hopefully may be back tomorrow, but no guarantees. Otherwise, certainly back next week. Later, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.